We're going to start the lesson on multiplying matrices by looking at a problem in context. So there's a store that sells jeans, sweaters, and shirts. And they've given a 1x3 matrix that shows the price in dollars. So jeans are 22, sweaters are 15, shirts are 6. In June, we have sales of jeans, sweaters, and shirts showing in this matrix. So here's June for jeans, sweaters, shirts, and then for July, jeans, sweaters, shirts. I can use multiplying matrices as a way to figure out what the total sales were for each of the months, June and July. So when I multiply these matrices, essentially what I'm going to do is say the number of jeans, the price of jeans times the number of jeans I sold in June. So that's 22 times 20. And then the price of sweaters times the number of sweaters I sold. And then finally, the price of shirts times the number of shirts. And I will add these values together. And what I find out is that I had $1,178 in sales in June. I can do the exact same thing for July. The price of jeans times the quantity would be 22 times 15. And then the price of sweaters times the quantity of sweaters would give me 15 times 20. And then finally, the price of shirts times the quantity of shirts would be 6 times 72. And then I would add those together. And for that, I get 1,062 would be July. And that's my resultant matrix. The question then becomes, how do we know when we can and cannot multiply two matrices together? What you need to do is you need to write out the dimensions of each matrix. So this matrix is a 2x2. This one is a 2x1. So I write out 2x2, 2x1. If the two middle numbers are the same, then you can multiply the matrices. The dimensions of your resultant matrix will be a 2x1. That means 2 rows, 1 column. So then I can start multiplying. 1 times 3 is 3, plus -1 times 2, and that gives me 3 minus 2, which is 1. And then I do the same thing. 2 times 3 plus 5 times 2. Well, that's 6 plus 10 is 16. Taking a look at the next matrix, this is a 2x1. This is a 2x2. Because these are not the same number, you cannot multiply these. Okay, we've got two more matrices. This is a 3x2. This is a 2x3. These numbers are the same, so I can multiply, and my resultant matrix will be a 3 by 3. So I will start with 0 times 1 plus 2 times negative 2. So that gives me 0 minus 4 is a negative 4. Then I'll do the next one. Zero times negative 5 plus 2 times 0. That's equal to 0. And then the last one, 0 times 4 plus 2 times negative 6. That's negative 12. So how did I know where to put these? Well, I've got a top row, so it's top row. Column 1 went to column 1, column 2 went to column 2, column 3 went to column 3. I will repeat this process. Negative 2 times 1, 4 times negative 2 is negative 10. Negative 2 times negative 5, 4 times 0. That's positive 10. Negative 2 times 4, 4 times negative 6. Negative 32. So again, middle row, middle row. Column 1 went in column 1, column 2 went in column 2, column 3 went in column 3. We will do this one more time. 3 times 1, 1 times negative 2 is 1. 3 times negative 5, 1 times 0. 3 times 4, 1 times negative 6. For the last time, third row, column 1, column 2, column 3. We can actually multiply matrices on our calculator, and truthfully we can do all of our matrix computation on the calculator, and I will follow the steps listed in your notes. First of all, you hit second and the inverse button to call up the matrix function. Arrow over to edit. And to input the first matrix, the first thing you need to do is put in the dimensions. In this case, it's a 3 by 2, so I hit 3, enter, 2, enter. Now this matrix looks exactly like the one on your screen. To put in each element, I hit the number and then enter. Once that's done, I exit out and go back into it, and you can see that matrix is here. Arrow over to edit again, but this time I want to use matrix B. I will do the same thing. This one is a 2 by 4, and I will put in the elements of the matrix. Quit out of here. Once those two matrices are stored, you can do anything with them. To multiply them, you go back into matrix and you can see that they're both listed. To call up matrix A, you hit enter. I apologize for that. Multiply it, call up matrix B and hit enter. Enter again. There's your solution.